We are thinking about the sentence structure in our mind, and then we are trying to speak English. And that's why it creates some kind of anxiety, or you get too confused as to what to speak. And then in that anxiety, you start making mistakes. Hi everyone, how are you all? I hope that you all are well, everything is going great. And today I'm here with one of the topics that even you people have difficulty in. I know that I have received comments in the comment section that, ma'am, I'm facing this kind of difficulty of making mistakes while speaking in English. So when I'm speaking, this English is not proper. There are mistakes that I'm making. So I have received these kind of comments and what to do. Today I'm going to discuss this particular thing, that if you're making mistakes while speaking English, what kind of approach should you take while speaking English in order to overcome this problem, plus how to tackle this problem. So everything I'm going to discuss with all of you. I hope that this is going to help you a lot. This is going to be one of those game changers video for your fluency and your speaking English skills. So please watch this video till the end. I am your CELTA certified English language tutor Shivangi Gupta. So let's begin. Making mistakes while speaking in English. Do you think you're the only one who's facing this problem? No, you're not alone in this. Do you know almost 85 to 90% of English learners and English speakers, they face this problem. Are you shocked after listening to this? You think that you're the only one who's making mistakes, and sometimes this is the reason why you are scared to speak in English, why you're not able to speak in English, or the reason you feel stuck while speaking English. What happens is, we think that we are the only ones who's facing this kind of problem. Rest everyone, they are perfect. Or you think that they are the judge of whatever we are doing or the way we are speaking. It's not like that. It's totally not like that. A lot of English speakers, English learners, they face this kind of problem, making mistakes while speaking in English. And I think almost every fluent English speaker must have faced this kind of problem at some point in their English speaking journey. Maybe at a very early stage, maybe in the middle somewhere, but for some time everyone faces this problem. The thing is that, are they realizing it? Are they getting scared of that particular thing or not? So the thing is that sometimes these fluent speakers that you admire a lot, they don't even realize that at some point maybe in their life they might have made mistakes. For example, when I was a student, I might have made mistakes at that particular time, but I don't remember when. Why? Because I did not pay attention to it. When you pay attention to something, it becomes much bigger. That's the problem. The issue is not big, but the way you are tackling it, that's wrong. So I don't even realize when was this phase in my life, when this phase actually came in my life. So I have no idea about it. And because I did not pay attention to this problem, I kept on learning English. I just focused on improving my English. I just focused on English language. I enjoyed the journey of learning English, speaking English. That's it. My aim was to speak in English. Whenever I got opportunity, I used to speak in class, during debates, on stage. I've spoken a lot of times in school, college, on stage. So the thing is that I used to speak. That's something that you need to do. Without having a care about anything, you need to start speaking. Now, talking about mistakes. Do you know mistakes can actually be good? You might be surprised. At early stage of your speaking journey, mistakes can be good. I'm not saying that you have to be a friend forever with mistakes. No, they will improve. But if you're at the early stage in your speaking journey, in your English fluency journey, what you can do is, you can have this particular mindset that mistakes are good. Let me tell you one thing, that even native English speakers, they make mistakes. Tell me, are you always grammatically correct when you are talking in your native language? Whether it's Hindi, and if you're from the South India, whether it's Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, whether it's Bengali, whether it's Marathi, from whichever corner of India you're watching this video, or if you're from outside of India, whether it's Italian, German, Spanish, Dutch, whatever is your native language, tell me one thing. Do you always speak grammatically correct language? No, sometimes not. When you're hanging out with your friends, your family, sometimes you say things in such a way that they're not grammatically correct. You cannot write them down, even in your native language. Yet you speak them because spoken English is different than written English. Someone who is a professional, for example, if someone is a professional speaker, for example, news anchors, they are professional speakers. Any tutor, English language tutor like me, we are supposed to speak good English. We are the model of English speaking. We provide you good model of English speaking. So it is necessary for somebody where the profession is to speak in English. If the profession is dependent on English speaking, I know that person has to be accurate and fluent. That is, no mistakes and fluent. Even I say that even if an anchor who speaks in English, that particular anchor, even sometimes or maybe once in a while in his or her lifetime, that person made a mistake. So what? They are human. Sometimes even teachers, they make mistake. Why? Because tongue slip can occur. Tongue slip is something that we cannot control. And we all are humans. Plus, native English speakers, when they make mistakes, it is cultural. Just like with our own native language, when we speak, we don't say grammatically correct things at times. Just like that, whenever native English speakers, they make mistakes, it's because of their culture. It's a cultural thing. A language is always affected by its culture. So what happens is, we are trying to speak bookish language. Grammatically correct, sentence structure, too much bookish language. We are thinking about the sentence structure in our mind, and then we are trying to speak English. And that's why it creates some kind of anxiety. Or you get too confused as to what to speak. And then in that anxiety, you start making mistakes. So if you're making mistake once in a while, accept it. That's okay, I'm making mistake. Over the time, you are going to improve. So focus on improving rather than focusing on your mistakes that you're making and not speak English as a result. What you need to do is speak English comfortably. And whenever you're making a mistake, just note about it, maybe later on if you remember where you made a mistake, and then work on improving that particular area about that. So sometimes if you're making mistakes, that's completely fine. You learn from your own mistakes. That's the thing. Mistakes are a part of your learning journey, your fluency journey. So they are important. Now, can mistakes be dangerous too? Yes, the mistakes can be dangerous too. Something that not lots of tutors are gonna tell you. So this is not something that everybody will tell you. So most of them will tell you that it's okay to make mistake, go and make mistake. But there is a limit of making mistakes. If you are making too many mistakes, then you need to improve your English. You don't have to lose your confidence. That doesn't mean that it's your fault. No, it's not your fault. You're learning a language. Whenever we are learning something new, we're bound to make mistakes. That's completely normal. That's completely fine. What is not okay is to have this attitude that you're not going to improve. Do not get so comfortable with your mistakes that improving is not even coming in your mind. That you think that it's okay not to improve. And then later on in your life, you will have a point when you'll realize that I could have improved. That is the thing that you have to avoid. So mistakes, they can be hazardous, dangerous too if you're making too many mistakes and you are not looking out to improve yourself. So improvement is the key factor. Improvement is something that you need to address. But first of all, what you have to do is accept those mistakes. Accept that, okay, if you're making mistakes, that's completely fine. Everyone does that. Everyone who's learning to speak English as their second language must have faced this at some point in their life. Accept this fact And when you're going to accept this, it will be easier for you. Okay, whenever you're making mistakes, second thing that you can do is note them down somewhere and try to find what kind of mistake is it. Is it related to vocabulary, grammar? Are you making mistakes in pronunciation? What are the areas where you're making mistakes? The difficult areas for you. Try to analyze them and then work on improvement. It's very easy to do your speaking practice, but if you're not trying to improve your vocabulary, your pronunciation, and then your functional grammar. So functional grammar is not just taking a grammar book and just going through everything without even giving it a practice. Functional grammar is like you have learned some part of grammar, some part of sentence structure, and then you have practiced something related to that particular thing. You're trying to evaluate. If you're reading something, you're trying to find that particular grammar structure, sentence structure in that particular paragraph. So that is your functional English. Whatever you're learning, you're applying it so that you can speak correctly. So some part of your functional grammar, your vocabulary, your pronunciation, if you will not pay attention towards all these factors, your English will not improve. So along with your English speaking practice, it is very important to focus on vocabulary, pronunciation, and a little bit of grammar, basic grammar too, that you need to cover. So you don't even realize, whenever I make concepts like, if you have watched my videos, for example, speak, tell, say, and talk. So these kinds of videos, they are vocabulary and functional grammar combined videos. I'm also covering functional grammar for you. You don't even realize that grammar is also getting covered. So functional grammar is something where you know how to use that particular word, where you're using it. You are learning a bit about the sentence structure whenever you're using particular kind of word, whether it's a verb, whether it's a noun, where I have to place this word in a sentence. I know learning this can be a bit typical, but when you learn it, when you read about it, what happens is subconsciously it's there somewhere. So you're gonna make mistake once, twice, thrice, but because you have once gone through your functional grammar, slowly and gradually the things will start falling in the right place. So don't have to just go and focus totally on grammar, but cover a bit of functional grammar. That's going to help you in your mistakes. Your mistakes will reduce over time and you will start speaking fluently. Making mistakes, it's okay if you're in your early stage of learning English and speaking English. If you're in your early stage, that's okay. Do not focus on mistakes at all. They will decrease as you'll speak and you'll practice. With time, when you'll improve, your mistakes will automatically go down. The thing is that if you don't speak just because of this fear of making mistakes, you will never improve. Why? Because the mistakes, they are there. But even if you won't speak for once, twice, thrice, how are you going to speak in English? How are you going to become fluent? So you need to take that first step in the beginning. If you're making mistakes, that's completely okay. That's fine. As you know, culturally, sometimes it's okay, it's cool, it's stylish to make mistakes. You know, native English speakers, they sound so cool sometimes when they make mistakes. They are deliberate mistakes, but they are deliberate mistakes. Just I told you that those mistakes are culturally embedded in their language, just with your native language. So that's fine. Even, you know, if you're making mistake, just let it go. Think that, okay, I'm sounding cool or maybe I'm sounding stylish, and let it go. Fine. Focus on improving your English. Focus on improving your speaking skills. That should be your focus. And speak as much as you can. Do not care about what other people are thinking, what they are thinking about you, your speaking skills. Are they judging you or not? Do not care about them. And then when you reach the later stage of your speaking, for example, say you are now in the middle, you have improved a lot. Now you have cleared your basic level, you're coming to the intermediate level of learning English. This is the time where you need to focus on improving those mistakes now. Because you cannot have mistakes forever with you. Now you are at a place where you can comfortably address your mistakes without having that fear. So learn how to overcome that fear, address the mistakes, accept your mistakes now. This is the stage where you need to accept your mistakes, then address them, improve them, improve your problem areas so that you can become absolutely fluent in English. That is what is needed. Be confident whenever you're speaking English next time with your friends, colleagues, whoever the person is. Even if you're making mistakes, that's okay, that's totally fine. I know that you can improve, and I know that you will definitely improve and speak fluent English very soon. So that's it for today. That was it. This is the end of the lesson. Now I'm gonna see you tomorrow sharp at 8 a.m. Please like the video, give it a thumbs up. You can comment if you have any suggestions for a topic. If you have any kind of query, do comment. Let me know because I would love to hear all of you. Now I'm gonna see you tomorrow. So till then, take care and bye.